Now, so I know you said you had your mom and your dad. Your dad passed when you was 10. What was like? Did life change after your dad died?
Oh, drastically. The biggest Christmas I ever had in my entire life. He died on November 13th on a Friday. And the biggest Christmas I ever had was that year. I remember everybody from town just being so generous and helpful and reaching out. And I was I was just distraught. I was shocked. I remember mom grabbing my hand whenever she told me what happened. I just walked to the bedroom and just stared out the window and told myself it was all a dream.
Yeah.
Um, After that, I remember not liking foods that I'd loved before. I didn't eat chocolate for a year or two. There
You
was a
can
lot of weird things that happened in
you
life.
can move the mics up to you if you want to.
Might be
That
able to
way
hear
you
me a
tell
little bit
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
But
But you say you didn't eat chocolate and none of
no,
that.
I didn't eat chocolate for like a year. I quit playing baseball. And then the next year, I broke my leg
Mm.
swinging in a swing set.
Mm.
Corey had to carry my book bag. It was cool to get to leave and go to lunch early every day. I
Yeah.
was fast on them crutches, but I don't know. Life took a big turn after that. I guess looking back on it, I could say life really just started.
Yeah.
Like there was no more child's play. I had to be the man of the house. I had to make sure the dishes got washed, and mom was always on top of all that. It's
Yeah.
just I was trying to think of any and everything I could do to contribute to what was going on at the moment, and I don't know, it was a big difference for me.
Yeah. So did things change financially?
My father had this social security thing set up, and my mom got like $700 a kid.
Yeah.
So
What, like
it's like
monthly or just all
every
together?
month.
Oh, okay.
So it was like $2,100 a month that came in from the social security that he had paid in on through his work,
Yeah.
and that really, mom kept working her job as a nurse, but she ended up quitting her job about 4 or 5 months after he passed. She wasn't feeling it, and as soon as dad passed, the house and the car was paid off.
Okay.
So $2,100 a month financially was enough for her to maintain what she needed to
Yeah,
maintain.
especially if you don't have no mortgage and no car payment.
Yeah, and she
Yeah,
took
so
a break. She went back to work in some nursing homes in Glenville and now in Reedsville. She's been there about the last 15 years, but she took a little break for a little while, and she spent more time with us. We didn't have to have a babysitter during that time because, like, for the first 6 months, 5, 6 months after he died, we had a string of different babysitters, and it was just too much. She didn't see the point in going to work just to pay somebody to raise her kids. And I know some people are in that situation where it's unavoidable, but for her, there was a period of time where she could just take the time off of work and be with us. And I don't know, it meant a lot.
yeah.
It was a good time in life. I spent a lot of time outside. We had this camper and a shop that was away from my house, and they belonged to my father. He liked to work on wood and build swings and rocking chairs and stuff in his spare time, and we kind of adopted that space as our own. After he passed, all my friends that would come over and spend the night, that's where we would stay.
Yeah. Yeah. So did she remarry after that or it was just y'all?
She did remarry to another man. His name was John. He was a firm man. They didn't stay married but a couple of years. I think having 3 boys was just more than what he thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And really, a lot of their trouble in their marriage stemmed from just rambunctious boy. I mean, she had 3 boys.
Yeah.
My poor mother. I love you so much, lady, but I don't know how you did it. I don't know. It was a lot, and I think it was just a strain on her marriage with him. She was trying to be with somebody so she wasn't alone, and she really did love the man. There was so much going on, and she had been with my father for the last 10 years of her life. I don't know that she was ready for it
Yeah.
as much as she wanted someone to be there for her. They genuinely loved each other. It really came to a point where we had to come first, and she did that. She sacrificed her marriage for kids.
Okay. So did you finish high school through Tatna?
Yes.
And
Yes,
what
I
you do
did.
after that?
I immediately went into building houses.
You started building houses.
I started building houses for a man named James Kirkland.
Was you doing music at this time too, or you?
I was still doing music.
Yeah.
I've always, I've never been in a situation where I knew folks like you who had invested in themselves. Most everybody was just for show.
Yeah.
But I never really had resources other than people like Zoe Mandel, you know, to go to. I had no way of, I'd never seen a Kai MPC drum machine or nothing before until I went to Bird's house.
Yeah.
And it introduced me to a whole new world of how you can take money and go waste it on dumb stuff, or you could invest it in yourself. And I guess that really didn't translate well to me. Looking back on it, I should have just ran with the music.
Yeah.
Because that's where my passion lies. I love creating music. It's lovely for me. I like making anything in general, but building houses has consumed my entire working career.
Yeah. And now that you said, it's funny, like people will go take their last $100 and they'll buy some shoes or they'll buy an outfit or they'll go buy, some jewelry that'll probably fade and after they take a shower in it or something like that, but they won't take the money and invest in themselves.
Yeah, well, you got this wonderful 1, 2, 3 method where you can literally put your money into the things that you have to have that you cannot do without, and then you put some more money into an investment, the other third, and the last third is for your wants. But separating your wants and your needs or fiscal responsibility is something that the financial institutions and the educational institutions of our country do not care anything about teaching. I've never been taught financial responsibility by any institution other than a person within that institution that cared enough because I had a personal relationship with them to discuss it with me.
Yeah, I feel I didn't have anybody teach me either. Shoot, most of the people around me, they didn't have no finances to teach anyway. So, you just have to learn the hard way, just like how you did. Had to get out there, build some houses and learn from them. And
it's crazy because, like, on the streets, like, you see so many illegitimate ways that money is made. And, you hear all this preaching about get out the streets, but like there's so much money to be made in giving people the things that they want. And it is so difficult to make an honest dollar when you have an uneducated population for financial responsibility. It's hard to ignore the quick come-ups. It's so difficult.
A lot of people don't know how to make money, what to do with their money. They just know how to look like they got some money.
Appearances are everything. Fake it till you make it does work for some people.
It worked for a lot of people.
It does.
It worked for a lot of people. That's why.
But you have to go to bed every night knowing you being fake.
I don't knock and I don't judge because I done did it too. I done wore the fake jewelry and, all the, the fake shoes and, I done did it all. But at some point in time, something just clicks in you.
Oh, you stop caring.
It's
not important to you no more.
I think I bought one pair of shoes. I didn't even buy my wife bought me one pair of shoes last year. That's the same shoes I had all year. I didn't buy anything else. I didn't go buy clothes and nothing. I started buying all my stuff I got in here.
I mean, Ace Hardware in Reedsville's got these wonderful Rockies, just slip-on shoes.
Yeah.
I'm in the slipper stage.
Yeah.
Leather slippers, bro.
Yeah, it ain't that wrong.
Something cheap and simple. I could care less. If I'm comfortable, I'm good.
Yeah. So, all right. So you said you started working for the company, started building houses and stuff like that while doing the music. So how long you worked for them?
I worked for them for maybe a year or two, and we went up to Macon, to Middle Georgia, to do some Section A housing up there, and kind of got in a situation where we decided to just stay and let our boss come back home because he didn't want to stay. And when that didn't work, I came back to Reedsville and started working for somebody different. And
all right, so like right now, you run your own thing right now, right?
Yes, sir.
How did you get into that?
After the Ronnie and Betty, people I used to build with and work for, after they passed, their son started running everything, and slowly but surely, just differences developed. And I got an opportunity to go and build homes for these people that kept me busy enough to not need to work for him anymore. And I elected to go out with my partner and we started our own LLC, a new way, because we were tired of doing everything the old way.
Yeah.
And about the last year and a half, we've been running strong with that. I'm doing the same thing I always did. I don't have to answer to somebody else before I make a move now.
Yeah.
I can just run with what I know is right.
Yep. So now within doing that, now you also got the money to invest in what you want to.
Oh, yeah, I
what
got
you
the
want
time
to.
to take off.
Yeah.
Like, if he had something planned for me on a Saturday, I couldn't do that. Today I woke up and I went to work this morning and let my guys go get some stuff done, and then we left early enough for them to go have an early day, and I still got something accomplished, met with my contractors, did all my affairs, and I got to come here because I'm in control of what I do and when I do it.
Yeah.
And as long as I manage my time properly and get done what I say I'm going to get done, it matters not how I fix my schedule. And I like being more in control of my life. It's really been a life changer.
Yeah.